Prepare to slip on your imaginary kangaroo pouches, because we're about to hop into the captivating wonders of the land down under. Yep, we're talking about the super exciting and diverse country of Australia. So, grab your hats and sunscreen, because we're about to embark on a journey through 45 fascinating facts that paint a vibrant picture of life in this sun-kissed continent. This is Life in Australia. Buckle up as we time travel through Australia's rich tapestry of history. Our first stop is meeting the first Australians, whose ancient roots go back a whopping thousands of years. It's a testament to a rich and enduring cultural legacy that predates many civilizations around the world. The term First Australians refers to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who inhabited the continent long before the arrival of European settlers. These indigenous communities are not only the original inhabitants of Australia, but are also recognized as having the world's oldest continuous cultures. These indigenous folks have an extraordinary connection to the land, a connection that has shaped their diverse cultures and languages, making them an integral part of the continent's identity. The European story in Australia began in 1770, when Captain James Cook claimed the eastern part of the continent for Britain. But it wasn't until 1788 that the first fleet, carrying convicts and settlers, arrived, marking the start of British colonization. This marked the beginning of a chapter that would transform Australia from an untouched wilderness into a burgeoning nation. Back in the 1850s, during the gold rush, people from all over the world rushed to Australia to find shiny gold nuggets. This special time didn't just change how money worked, it also had a big impact on how Australia grew and became successful. The gold rush helped shape Australia's identity, bringing in people from different places and creating the diverse country we know today. In 1854, there was a big rebellion called the Eureka Stockade. Gold miners weren't happy about unfair rules, so they stood up against them. This event was a turning point for Australia's journey towards democracy. It showed that people could fight against unfair treatment and helped make Australia a fairer place. In 1901, Australia achieved a significant milestone: independence. The nation emerged from the cocoon of British rule to spread its wings and soar as a sovereign entity. This was a big moment that started shaping Australia's unique identity, built on facing challenges and celebrating victories. Imagine a war against emus in 1932. Australia declared war on these birds because there were too many of them. Guess what? The emus won. This quirky part of Australia's history shows how even animals played a role in shaping the country. It reminds us to find a balance between people and nature. In 1967, there was a special vote called a referendum. It recognized Indigenous Australians as citizens, ending unfair rules. This was a huge step towards a more inclusive society that appreciates the diverse cultures of Indigenous communities across Australia. It was like saying, hey, we're all part of this amazing country. Check out the dingo fence, a crazy long fence over 5,600 kilometers built to keep wild dingoes away from valuable land. It's a cool example of how Aussies use their smarts to live alongside the unique wildlife. The dingo fence reflects Australia's dedication to preserving its natural ecosystems while managing the delicate balance between agriculture and wildlife conservation. Unveiled in 1973, the Sydney Opera House is not only an awesome building, but also super famous. It looks different from other buildings because a smart guy named Jorn Utzon had a cool idea. This building shows that Australia really likes new and creative things. Besides looking cool, the Opera House is also a big deal because it hosts really amazing shows from all around the world. It's like a super special place for awesome performances, making it a big deal in the world of cool buildings. Now, let's dive into what makes the Aussie way of life so cool, where saying no worries isn't just words, but a way of living that's easygoing and carefree. This isn't just something people say. It's a big part of how Australians see the world, enjoying the moment and embracing life with a happy spirit. At the heart of how Australians get along with each other is something called mateship. It's not just a word, it's like being buddies. Whether you're in a big city or out in the wide open spaces, calling someone mate is a way of saying we're all friends. It's like a special bond that brings Australians together. Now let's talk about something really Aussie. The Barbie, the Aussie term for barbecue. It's not just a meal, it's a way for friends to hang out. Picture sizzling sausages, cool drinks, and good friends. Australians take great pride in their outdoor lifestyle, whether it's a friendly game of sports, a day at the beach, or simply basking in the warm glow of sunshine. After all the holiday festivities, Aussies have a special tradition the day after Christmas. It's not just about unwrapping presents, it's also about the Boxing Day Test, a fancy cricket game at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Families and friends come together in the warm summer sun, enjoying the thrilling game. It's like a big, happy party that makes the holiday season in Australia even more special. Have you ever heard about the esky slide at Australian picnics? Aussies sure know how to have fun outdoors while keeping things cool. An esky is like a magic box that keeps food and drinks chilly. During the esky slide, friends have a friendly competition. They slide on a wet tarp or a grassy slope, pulling their eskies along. It's like a fun race to beat the heat, and it adds a playful twist to Aussie picnics. And then there's the fascinating world of Australian slang, adding a layer of uniqueness to their language. From the friendly and warm g'day, used for a welcoming hello, to the laid-back arvo for the afternoon, Aussie slang forms a delightful language of its own. And if somebody invites you for a cuppa, meaning tea or coffee, or a snag, meaning sausage, it's a special way of sharing a bit of Aussie hospitality. It's these little details that make the Aussie way of life a blend of warmth, simplicity, and genuine friendliness. Australia's like a colorful patchwork quilt made of different beliefs and traditions. Let's check out some cool facts about the variety of faiths in the country. Religious diversity in Australia is a testament to the nation's rich cultural tapestry, where various faiths seamlessly coexist. It's like having a bunch of different flavors, but everyone gets along. The Aboriginal people, who were here first, have a special belief called Dreamtime. It's like a spiritual story that connects them to the land and its ancient tales. This foundational belief system is crucial in understanding Australia's spiritual landscape and the enduring connection between its first inhabitants and the environment. Australia takes pride in championing religious freedom, creating an environment where everyone has the right to practice their own beliefs. This commitment to inclusivity is really important to Australia, and they want to show the world that being accepting and understanding of others is a great thing. Now, here's a fun one. Some people in Australia follow Jediism, inspired by Star Wars. It might sound a bit silly, but it shows how Australia is cool with all kinds of beliefs. Even if it's from a space movie, they say, sure, why not? This is a unique way Australia celebrates freedom of religion. People in Australia love to celebrate. They have special times like Christmas and Easter, which come from Christian traditions. But here's the cool part. Aussies also really enjoy festivals and celebrations from lots of different cultures. It's like having a big party where everyone brings something unique to the table. This makes Australia a friendly and accepting place, where celebrating our differences isn't just an idea, it's what makes the country awesome and full of different colors and flavors. Brace your taste buds for an Aussie culinary adventure. Australian cuisine is a mouth-watering fusion of flavors. From the iconic Vegemite spread and the irresistible Tim Tam biscuits, each bite tells a story of unique Australian taste. A popular fish in Australian culture, barramundi is known for its delicate flavor and versatile cooking options. Whether it's grilled, baked, or pan-fried, this fish is a favorite in many Aussie homes. A fun and delicious ritual, the Tim Tam Slam involves biting off opposite corners of a Tim Tam chocolate biscuit and using it as a straw to sip a hot beverage. Australians enjoy this sweet treat during tea or coffee breaks. Embracing their unique wildlife, Aussies sometimes include kangaroo meat in their meals. With a lean and gamey flavor, kangaroo meat is a sustainable and nutritious option. A symbol of remembrance, Anzac biscuits have a historical connection to the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, Anzac soldiers. These oat-based cookies are often made on Anzac Day, a day of commemoration. The pavlova is a sweet dessert with meringue, whipped cream, and fresh fruits on top. There's a little debate about where it came from, Australia or New Zealand. Regardless of its origin, it remains a favorite in Aussie households, especially during festive occasions. Derived from indigenous bush tucker, the witchetty grub is a traditional Aboriginal delicacy. These wood-eating larvae are often consumed raw or lightly cooked, providing a unique and culturally significant food experience. A beloved ice cream treat, the Golden Gay Time is an iconic Australian dessert, featuring toffee and vanilla-flavored ice cream, dipped in chocolate and coated with honeycomb crumbs. In Australia, a regular burger often has a slice of beetroot in it. It adds a sweet and earthy taste to the burger, showing the country's love for fresh produce. Bunya nut. Indigenous Australians have been harvesting and eating bunya nuts for a long time. These large seeds from the bunya pine tree are rich in nutrients and have a starchy, chestnut-like taste. They're used in different dishes, connecting modern food with ancient traditions. A unique fast food item, the Chico roll is a deep-fried snack roll filled with a mix of vegetables, meat, and spices. It's a special Aussie treat and a fixture at local fairs and events. Australia is like a big playground filled with amazing places that will make you go, wow. Let's begin with the globally renowned Sydney Opera House. Nestled along the shores of Sydney Harbour, this architectural masterpiece is more than a venue. It's like a symbol that shows what Australia is all about. The big sails on the Opera House look like waves and are a cool example of how creative people can be. Lots of folks love to visit and see its graceful shape. Journey to the heart of the Australian outback, where you'll find Uluru, a huge red rock. It's like a big, quiet guard standing in the wide open space. This special place means a lot to the indigenous Anangu people. It's like a treasure filled with their stories and connections to their ancestors. When the sun goes down, Uluru turns into a magical show of colors. It's like a giant, beautiful painting in the desert. Take a trip on the awesome Great Ocean Road to see the 12 Apostles, a collection of limestone stacks sculpted by erosion, proudly standing against the mighty Southern Ocean. These iconic formations create a breathtaking view, especially during sunrise and sunset, as the changing light casts a golden glow upon the rugged coastline. Explore Melbourne's Royal Exhibition Building, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that whispers tales of bygone years. It's a reminder of how things looked in the past, especially during the Victorian era. The building is so important that it even hosted the first Australian Parliament in 1901. If you're into history and Australia's culture, this is a place you definitely want to visit. Check out the Australian War Memorial in Canberra. It's like a special place to remember and say thanks to people who kept Australia safe. There are cool things to see, like a museum with exhibits, ceremonies to remember heroes, and a special list called the Roll of Honor. This place keeps the stories of Australia's military history alive, honoring the bravery of those who protected the country. It's like a big thank you to the heroes who stood up for Australia. Explore the Blue Mountains, a World Heritage listed site that goes beyond towering peaks, offering a sanctuary for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. The views are amazing. There are old rocks to see, and the forests are filled with eucalyptus trees. It's like stepping into a calm and quiet world away from the busy city. You can find waterfalls that go down in steps, ancient drawings on rocks made by Aboriginal people, and spots where you can see how beautiful and different everything is in this natural wonderland. As we wind down our Aussie adventure, let's dive into the unique and colorful world of Australian lingo, a language that reflects the nation's friendly and informal communication style. So if you want to fit right in, let's learn a few special phrases. First off, there's good day, the classic Aussie greeting. Whether you're meeting someone new or saying hi to a neighbor, good day is like a special key to join in the Australian friendliness. It's not just a word, it's an invitation to share a moment and feel the easygoing spirit of the land down under. Feeling particularly upbeat? Why not throw in a hearty, how you going? It's a friendly way of asking how someone's doing. Way cooler than just saying, how are you? It shows you really care about how others are feeling and brings out the warm Aussie vibe. Now let's talk about the word mate. Aussies use it a lot, not just with close friends, but with anyone. A stranger might call you mate, and that's their way of making friends and being super friendly. In moments of surprise or disbelief, Aussies turn to the exclamation, crikey. This lively expression adds a touch of humor to the conversation, reflecting the easygoing and cheerful nature of Australian communication. It's a word that captures the joy in everyday moments. And here's a funny word for you, dunny. If you need a restroom, don't ask for a bathroom, just say dunny. Might sound a bit silly, but it's all part of the Aussie charm, showing how down-to-earth and relaxed Aussies are in their way of life. Australia, a continent filled with amazing nature, is like a home for some of the world's most unique and diverse animals. Let's explore 5 awesome facts about nature parks and wildlife that show how Australia takes care of its special animals. Australia's diverse wildlife is on full display at Kangaroo Island Wildlife Park. This gem is a haven for unique species, providing visitors with an opportunity to engage with and learn about kangaroos, koalas, and echidnas, contributing to vital conservation efforts. Off the coast of Queensland, the Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef system and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Its beautiful marine biodiversity, including various fish and coral species, draws researchers, divers, and nature enthusiasts all over the world. Conservation initiatives are underway to protect this delicate ecosystem. Journeying into the heart of the Daintree Rainforest in far north Queensland provides a mesmerizing experience. This ancient rainforest is considered the oldest tropical rainforest on the planet. It showcases a stunning array of flora and fauna with unique plant species, elusive mammals like the tree kangaroo, and a plethora of bird life. Guided tours allow visitors to explore this living time capsule, offering insights into the intricate ecological balance that has evolved over the years. In the Northern Territory, there's Kakadu National Park, a huge area of natural beauty and cultural importance. It's like a giant playground for plants and animals, and there's even ancient rock art made by Aboriginal people. If you visit, you can learn about the culture and see some amazing wildlife with the help of guides. Off the coast of Western Australia, there's Ningaloo Reef, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Accessible and vibrant, this reef allows snorkelers and divers to explore coral gardens and offers a rare opportunity to swim with whale sharks, the world's largest fish. Conservation efforts focus on preserving this pristine environment and its extraordinary marine life. And there you have it, mates. We've zipped through Australia, exploring its cool history, traditions, yummy food, famous places, special language, and all the awesome animals and nature stuff. Australia is a land of adventure, where the spirit of no worries and mateship prevails. We've only scratched the surface, but I hope this journey sparked your curiosity and enriched your understanding of this amazing country. Remember, diversity makes our world more fascinating and connected. Until next time, this life in Australia. Stay curious, stay adventurous, and remember, there's a whole world out there waiting to be explored. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing adventures. Until next time, keep wandering and wondering. Cheers.